Let me tell you a little bit about the National Scholarship Program. National Scholarship Program was founded in 2005, which means that it's working or running more than 20 years. And as Maggie mentioned before, it is for citizens of any country in the world who can apply for this scholarship program. It's aimed for students. They can come through this program for 1 or 2 semesters. Also PhD students from 1 to 10 months, and also university teachers, researchers, and artists can come for the same period of time as PhD students. Maybe some of you are wondering how much is the scholarship rate. So basically in this slide you can see that if you are coming as a university student, you will get 620 euro per month. And if you are coming as a PhD student or university teacher, it's more than 1,000 euro. This scholarship is intended to cover your living costs during your scholarship stay in Slovakia. So basically to cover your accommodation, food, and so on. Good news about this national scholarship program that we have also travel grant, which is basically a separate component of the scholarship. It is aimed for students and PhD students who can be awarded a travel allowance. And the amount of this travel grant depends on the distance between your home and host institution in Slovakia. So, for example, if you are coming from Buenos Aires to Bratislava, the distance is more than 10,000 kilometers, which means that you will get more, that you will get 1,500 euro as a travel grant. So basically you need to count it on a distance calculator. This distance calculator is a tool which is available at our website, so you can try to look for this. And this travel grant, you need to apply for this along with the application. So talking about application, we need to mention application deadlines of national scholarship programs, and we have twice a year. The closest one is right now at the end of October, and the second one is at the end of April. We recommend applicants not to submit their application at the very last moment, because if any technical issues will come, the system is closed at 4 p.m. and you need to wait until the next application deadline. So please don't let it at the last moment and prepare it in advance. In this slide you can see how the website of National Scholarship Program looks like. It is available in 6 languages, so English, German, Spanish, French, and Russian. So you can choose according your preferences. And scholarship applications are submitted online on our website, so there is nothing like interview. You are applying online, so all documents you are attaching to the application is the only representation of you. So we really recommend you to take care and prepare it as best as you can, so the committee can see that you are a right candidate to have a national scholarship program and to come to Slovakia for a scholarship stay. So the application system is opened usually 6 weeks before the application deadline, which means that right now the application system is open, so you can apply for this program if you are interested. Before submitting an application, you need to create an account. So this is how this scholarship application form looks like. You need to fill in important information about you, basically personal details, what is your home institution, and the very important thing you need to apply when applying for this scholarship program is are attachments, documents which are really important and you need to apply when you want to be a successful candidate. So all documents must be attached to the application. However, you need to archive and keep all original documents that you attach to the application when preparing these required documents. I recommend you not to think about this like it is your duty or something which is compulsory, but please think about this about something that it is representing you, all of these documents. So take time, take care about this, and try to make it as best as possible so the committee can see how you are, what you would like to achieve in Slovakia, if you are a right candidate for a scholarship in the framework of the National Scholarship Program. So try to convince the committee to be awarded the scholarship. Documents differs from category to category. So right now, let's start with the university students. So if you are applying as a university student, so you can come for study stay in Slovakia for 1 or 2 semesters, is necessary to attach your CV, your motivation letter, your detailed study program with the list of subjects you are going to attend at Slovak higher education institution. Also, you need to attach 2 recommendation letters. These documents must be signed by the person who issues these documents. So also important information is that these documents cannot be older than 3 months on the day of the application deadline. So please take care of this deadline. Also, you are attaching admission letter. This admission letter for you as a university student should be issued by an international relations office by the higher education institution in Slovakia, which have you chosen and which will accept you as a national scholarship candidate. You are attaching also bachelor diploma and confirmation of studies, which is issued by your home institution in your home country. And there is also optional if you have any certificates which are important during your studies or which you have received before, you can attach this also to the application. Okay, let's right now move to PhD students. So some documents are similar. So for example, CV and motivation letter. Also, you need to attach detailed research program and a recommendation letter which will be issued by your dissertation supervisor. You need also to attach confirmation of studies master diploma with diploma supplement, list of publications if you have any, and also admission letter. I would like to highlight that this admission letter shouldn't be just some formal document with the general acceptation, but it should reflect some certain level of host institution interest in your study or research stay in Slovakia. So it should be really personalized as well as for university teachers, researchers, or artists. So also if you are coming to Slovakia as a PhD student or researcher, you need to reason why you are added value for both home and host institutions. So take care and prepare it as best as you can. Also you can as a university teacher, you need also to attach CV, this detailed research program, your diploma, list of publications, and invitation letter, which is also issued by a research organization in Slovakia. When it comes to language, so you can attach these documents in English language, in Slovak language, or in any other language, but it needs to be translated by the official translator. So recommended format is also PDF. So try to make it in PDF if it is possible. And as I mentioned before, the system is open right now, so you can basically attach all of these documents to your application. Right now, I will tell you a little bit about all necessary documents. So let's now start with CV. I guess that all of you probably have created CV, but for those who haven't, we recommend you to try European CV format Europass, but it's up to you. However, the CV should contain personal information, your achieved education, work experience. If you have some important research outputs regarding articles, you can also mention it in the CV, your personal skills and important information. It should be structured, but I guess all of you are quite familiar with CV. So right now, let's move with the motivation letter. This motivation letter should be personalized and should contain the added value, why you have chosen the host institution in Slovakia, even if it is university or research institution, what is the added value in comparison with your home institution. You need to reason it and explain your goals, why you decided for your study stay or research stay in Slovakia. So please mention it also in a program of the stay. Program of the stay varies from students to researchers, but students usually attach their study plan and the subjects which they intend to visit in Slovakia. Also some seminars, lectures they can structure and also contain this information in program of the stay. You should also write the concrete goals of your stay. So for example, if you are also writing on your thesis, you can mention the fact what are you planning to do during your study stay in Slovakia with this and how you would like to move on. You can also mention why have you chosen this higher education institution and what opportunities this host institution offers you for you as an international student who is coming to Slovakia, and when he comes home to his home institution, what you can teach others, like what have you taught during your stay. As I mentioned, students, the most important thing in this program of the stay is list of subjects, which are you planning to visit and undertake, and don't forget to write down the name of your host institution. It should contain also duration of your stay, date of the beginning and completion of your stay. So when it comes to list of recommendation, it should be issued by a person who has known you. He should mention if he has ever told you or what kind of student or researcher you are. He shouldn't forget to express his opinion on your study or research stay in Slovakia. So he should be basically familiar with you, and he should mention also the fact that how significant the scholarship stay can be for you and for your studies or research career. So we also recommend you not to leave your list of recommendation on the very last moment, because also your teachers or professors have a lot of other activities, so they can be busy. So try to ask them in advance if you want a recommendation from them. So take time. It shouldn't be also formal, so don't worry about this, but it should contain all this relevant information. It must contain full name, contact address, and work position of the person who is your recommender. So, and the most important thing, it has to be signed. So, list of recommendations shouldn't be older than 3 months. So please take care of this. When it comes to confirmation of your studies, so in case if you are a university student applying for national scholarship program, it should contain expected date of the completion of your studies. It confirms year or semester, and basically that you are a regular student of the home institution in your country. And also it cannot be older than 3 months on the day of the application deadline. So it's basically issued by your home institution in your country. For PhD students and researchers, you need to attach also a list of publications. We have a template which is available at our website, so you can basically download it and write down all necessary and important publication you have ever written. And right now, let's move to admission or invitation letter. Admission letter is an official document generally written on the letter-headed paper of the respective higher institution, signed by the person who issues this document. In case, as I mentioned before, in case of PhD students and researchers, it shouldn't be just a formal admission, but it should reflect the certain level of the interest of the host institution in Slovakia. So why they are accepting you, what kind of research are you willing to undertake in Slovakia, if it is something related to your thesis, methodology, data collection, or depending on the research topic you are familiar with. In case of students, it is highly recommended that this invitation letter should contain the list of subjects which the applicant is going to attend in Slovakia during his stay. So, also important information, this admission letter cannot be older than 3 months. So, once the university or research institution issues you an admission letter, we recommend you to check with the university, because it's important that you need to deliver the original of acceptance letter to our SAIA office no later than 3rd working day after the application deadline. So once university or research institution issues you this letter, you need to make sure if they are going to send it to SAIA or you need to send it on your own. So this is really important information for you. In this slide, you can see how the acceptance letter look like. So as I mentioned before, it should be on the letterhead paper of the respective host institution. It has to be signed. Don't forget to check it once you have received this acceptance letter. There should be also mentioned that you have been accepted in the framework of National Scholarship Program, and it should contain exact period of your scholarship stay in Slovakia. So basically the dates from which date to which day you are planning to stay in Slovakia, and this period should be the same in all documents you are attaching to the application. There should be, in case of university students, approval that you are going to attend lectures and seminars. In case of PhD students and researchers, they should be familiar with your research program during your stay in Slovakia. So it should be also a little bit, it should be personalized. So, as I mentioned, this is the basic information what should be written there. If you are a researcher, there should be mentioned if there has been in the past or there is any previous collaboration between the institution. If you are going to do something together, for example, if researchers are coming to Slovakia for a research stay or PhD students, you need to write together some publication, so the connection between home and host institution can be stronger in a more academic way. So make sure what will be your added value when you will come to Slovakia as a researcher or PhD student, also in a publication way. And what shouldn't be written there shouldn't be written that you are accepted in the framework of other scholarship programs. For example, if you are accepted as Erasmus Plus student, it shouldn't be there shouldn't be this information, because if once you are applying for national scholarship program, the rest of scholarship program cannot be mentioned in this admission letter. Also, there shouldn't be mentioned that you are coming for full studies to Slovakia, because also it's not true. National scholarship program is for a definite period of time, so you will come for Slovakia probably for 1 or 2 semesters in case of students, or in case of PhD students or researchers, you will come from 1 till 10 months. So it's up to you how long you are willing to come and stay in Slovakia based on these conditions. And this acceptance letter should also meet formal criteria. So, as I mentioned before, all of this information should be there. And maybe some of you are asking how to get this admission or invitation letter. So we recommend you to choose higher education institution in Slovakia according your preferences. You need to be sure why have you chosen the institution of Slovakia. You can also concrete and reason this in your motivation letter, as I mentioned before. But once you have chosen the university or research institution, make sure that you will write an email or you will call them. You need to introduce yourself, what is your plan, why you decided to stay in Slovakia. You can also attach your CV, motivation letter, or research or study program, why you are, and you need to persuade them why you are a right candidate and why should you be accepted by the university or research institution. So once you get this admission letter, you can attach this to the document, and maybe some of you are asking when you will find out if you have been chosen for national scholarship program. So SAIA usually will inform every applicant about being or not being granted financial support from national scholarship program, usually within 8 weeks from the application deadline. So wait, there is this 8 weeks. You need to wait. And maybe if you are still hesitating, if you would like to conduct your studies or research in Slovakia, we encourage you to check our website, Study in Slovakia, because we have there one section which is called blog, and we are sharing their, let's say, experience of our scholarship candidates who has been in Slovakia, also students, PhD students or researchers in the framework of National Scholarship Program. So you can read the interview with them and maybe it will persuade you that the Slovakia is the country you are looking for. So feel free to check our blog, and once you are admitted for National Scholarship Program, we can also make interview with you. But before this happens, make sure that you will attach all necessary documents and you will follow the application deadline. Right now, we have also another section. So this is basically the interview with our students. And maybe before we start the time for questions, I would like to encourage you to follow us on our social media. We have Facebook, we have Instagram, so feel free to follow us, and we are posting really important and interesting information related to your stays in Slovakia. And if you have any questions afterwards, there are also email addresses for our National Scholarship Program administrators, so feel free to write them, but be aware of the fact that right now they are really busy, so it takes time to respond.